Hello, hello, hello. 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 Can you hear me? Yes. Okay. So we will be starting in few minutes. Okay. There were some technical issues. So, okay, yeah. So, am I audible? Please say yes or no. Anything. Okay. So, hi guys, I am Abhinav Prakash. Today I will be taking a session on how to get started with competitive programming. Okay. So, a little bit intro about me. I am a competitive programmer with a 4-star rating in Codechef, and I achieved the global rank of 1151 in Google's Kickstart Round D. So, before we get started, let I would like to thank DSC KIIT for giving me this opportunity to take your session on how on competitive programming. And what DSC KIIT is all about is they help you teach, learn about new technologies. Uh, they help you teach about new technology, learn about new technologies, and they conduct various sessions like these, and you can and they are currently teaching C language. If you want to go through those, it will be a good revision for all of you. Okay, so so the basic question that comes to us is, what exactly is competitive programming, right? So competitive programming is a sport to be uh, solve questions. Thousands of people compete over a fixed period of time to solve few questions, and by solving these questions, they get points. Their rating increases. Their rating increases. So, uh, is the quality good? Is it satisfactory or something? Is it really bad? So, please tell. Hello. Oh, so yeah, this session is for beginners, intermediates, or advanced. Whatever you can watch this session. You can start with your own journey, and I will be talking on. I will be assuming that you are in second year or third year, so you don't know anything about data structures and algos. So we will be talking about everything: how to get started with, how to learn data structure algo, how to practice data structure algo, and so on. Okay, so why should one do competitive programming? So it is basically one of the best ways to learn data structure and algorithms. Okay, so how? So how the question comes is how. So data structures and algorithms are more of a practice thing. That how much you can practice a particular algorithm, how much questions you can solve. It's like mathematics. The more you solve, the better you get. Okay, it is. It improves your logic it see, if you go to a company for a job, what they expect you to solve problem with quickly, so that they can start with their project or whatever, with their product. Okay, so logic is one of the key factor, and by being good at competitive programming, your logic increases, your logic gets better. Gets better. You write better codes. Better codes means the very efficient codes and cleaner codes. Okay, so what and for interviewer, what does the interviewer looks for is a candidate who can solve problems. And what are those problems? Like if we scale a particular product, how things will uh, how the product will behave, and so on, and using the proper algorithms which follow the proper time complexities and so on, it will eventually you that product will be more viable, of course. So so for what interviewer looks for are good problem solvers. If you are a problem solver, you are at an advantage over over others. Okay. And the last point is it's super fun. Believe me, it is really fun to solve problems in a fixed period of time. The all the brainstorming that we do is so amazing, and get to learn. You get to learn so many things over that. Okay. So how do we get started with competitive programming? Okay, so this is the question many of you have asked me through in my personally or many things personally. Okay, so what they think is that competitive programming is something very tough, but the only requirement of for competitive programming is a programming language. You can choose any programming language: C, C Sharp, Java, Python, Haskell, any language which you have never heard of also. And a knack for programming means how interested you are in doing things, how interested you are in solving problems. Okay, so how to get started with competitive programming is you can solve basic problems. I will tell you from where you can solve those basic problems, and eventually shift to tougher ones. Okay, tougher ones. So learn and learn data structure algorithms. It is there are some techniques how to get started with data structures and algorithms. I will tell you that further. But data structure and algorithms is one of the most important thing for any competitive programmer to to master data structure algorithm. It is one master a data structure algorithm. It is one of the single most important thing any competitive programmer wants to do. So and lastly, participate in contest. Participate in these contests. Okay, so be dedicated because you in starting you will not be able to solve any problem. Believe me, based on data structure algorithms, you will be not able to solve a single problem. You will be stuck for you will get stuck for hours, and you will curse yourself, use thousands of slangs that why I'm not able to solve it, and eventually people, and after that what happens is many gets uh, okay many gets demotivated and leave that competitive programming and saying that it's not my cup of tea. But that's where you don't have to do that. You have to stick with competitive programming till because to master any skill it takes time, and problem solving skill is one of the toughest skills to master. Okay, it is tougher than web development, any development skill. It is way tougher than any development skill to master. It will take time, it will take you months, even a year to get started with competitive programming and to solve questions based on data structure algorithms. But eventually after you do, you will be so happy, like so happy. Hello, am I audible? Okay, so yeah. So what to do if I'm not able to solve a problem? So what should we do if I'm not able to solve a data structure algorithm problem? Is that there is a way to solve a problem. In starting, you will not be able to solve problems. Stick with a problem for 30 minutes. If you are not able to solve those problems, so what you can do is take a there are editorials for every problem in different sites. You can look at those editorials. First, take a hint. There are these editorials are broken down into many subparts. First one is the hint part, where you will get a hint. If you have studied about that algorithm or data structure, after seeing the hint, it will automatically click you. You will solve it and you can move further. Other thing, what if and if you are never studied that algorithm, it's also it is okay. You can you can simply see the entire editorial. It's very well explained, and first read the editorial. Don't see the solution, coded solution, and first only just read the whole page editorial. It's quite big. Try to understand it, try to implement it yourself, and even if you are not able to do after that also, you should see the code. And in some cases people don't understand the code how they and even after reading the complete editorial. So you what you can do is see the YouTube tutorials for every what you can do is you can see the video tutorial for every question, and after getting investing some time, after investing some time. Okay, so okay. Okay, how to learn data structure and algorithms. Okay, so here are a few links of few resources which I personally use those. So these are Geeks for Geeks, a very popular site. I hope you have heard about it. Everybody is dependent on this site. So okay, next one is CP algorithms. CP algorithms is not very popular among students, not very popular among students, but it is quite popular for competitive programmers because these sites are really good. This site teaches you the proving of every algorithms, and it shows you in very good detail. Okay. Uh, and next you can do is Abdul Bari's lectures on YouTube, which are quite good. They don't teach you in any it doesn't teach you in any particular language. It shows you the pseudocode, but the explanation is real good. You can get started, and these all are free resources. Okay, so and my code school, which was created by Harsha, a guy named Harsha, who was the first top red coder from India. So you can use this channel, my code school, for data structures. And since KIIT has given us a free subscription for Coursera, so you can study from algorithms by Stanford or University of San Diego. Okay, those two courses are really good, believe me. And even if you are not like those who don't like to study from websites and likes to study from books, that like me, then you can especially see CLRS and Narasimha Karumachi's Data Structure Algorithm. Both of them are really good books. CLRS is quite advanced level. For if you don't have a basic idea about algorithms, I would suggest you should go for Narasimha Karumachi's Data Structure Algorithms book. Okay, Narasimha Karumachi's Data Structure Algorithms books are available in many languages. You can choose many languages, means Python, C++, and Java. Obviously, it's available only in English and few other languages. So okay, so after I hope so one of the biggest mistake anybody can do is they think that I will first complete the theory of data structures and algorithms, and then proceed with solving questions. Believe me, this is the biggest blunder you can ever do. But this is the biggest blunder you can ever do. Okay, so what you can do is start reading theories. What is this algorithm, how does it implement, and go to sites like, if you are a beginner, go to sites like HackerRank and Geeks for Geeks. They are your complete bible. They will they start from the very basic of any algorithms, and for some of you have said that I am an intermediate coder, what should I do? Then I am also an intermediate coder. So what you can do is go to HackerEarth, Spare Online Church, Codechef, Codeforces. For Codeforces, solve A, B, C tag questions. Okay, and for advanced coders, so try to solve Codeforces D, E, F, and so on tag questions. Okay, so sites. What I really like about for HackerEarth and HackerRank is they have a division separate. Every topic is separated by division as through divisions. You can practice linear search, binary search, and so on for practice simultaneously while learning. So sites from where you can compete is, for beginners, I would suggest that you go to HackerEarth You start with HackerEarth Easy Challenge, HackerEarth Circuit Challenge, and AdCoders Beginner Challenge. These challenge, what are these challenges? Are they will get for hackers easy and ad coders beginner challenge. They are short challenges of varying time range, like 105 minutes to 180 minutes. There will be few questions. First three fours are really easy. These contests will get you started. And hacker circuit challenge is a 7 day long challenge. You can say that it is the easy version of Codechef long challenge. Okay, so hacker circuit challenge is hacker circuit challenge. First three questions are quite easy, then they start increasing the level by using the different algorithms, and these things will get you started. After few contests, like 4, 5, 5, 6, 7 contests, you can, if you want, you can participate in these contests continuously, or you can move to intermediate challenges like Code Chef long challenges, lunchtime, cook-offs, and Code Forces Division 3. So what is Codechef long challenge is basically it's a 10 day long challenge. You get 8 or 9 questions on average. Since you get 10 days, what happens is if you first 3, 4 questions are quite easy. If you have practiced enough, okay. First 3, 4 questions are really easy. You will be able to solve those questions, okay. And after that, in a couple of days, like 1 or 2 days, you will be finished with first 4 questions. And then what happens is they increases the level tremendously, but you get lots of time to prepare for any for example, you have seen a very new question, you have never practiced this question, somebody told you, have you thought about segment tree, then you search about segment tree, you study about segment tree, and then you can implement those things. So that main advantage of long challenges are disconnected. एक second. क्या हुआ यार, ये क्या हुआ? हुआ क्या? Hello, is it live? uh, Hello, can please tell me it is live. Anybody? Is it hello? Please someone tell me is it, if it is live or not. Okay, so it's live. Okay, okay, thanks. So yeah, so what was I saying, that Codechef long challenges are of 10 days. So what happens are, you finish easy question in in first 2 days or days, and after that okay, yeah, after that you finishes the first 4 questions in first 2 days, and after that you get stuck on a question which you have never seen. That you talk to your friends, have you solved that question? He says that yeah, I was thinking, I thought I solved it, or something like that. I used a segment tree. These things these things helps, like basically it helps you learn things faster. Like you have never heard of segment tree, but a question came to you in a contest. So what you will do, you will leave it? No, it's a 10 days long contest, so you can study any topic, you can solve that question in a rest of the days. It will take time, but it will help you improve, okay. And now now what you can do is participate in Codechef lunchtime, cook-offs, and Code Forces Division 3. I will suggest that you start with Code Forces Division 3, because their question is really good, and they increases the level by tag. Like A is the easiest one, B is a little tougher, C is more tough than the B, and so on. There are 6 or 7 questions depending upon who is the contest setter. And for advanced coders, I would suggest that try solving Codechef Division 1 and Division 2. Okay. So so what basically a online judge looks like is, it has a typical problem contains problem statement. A problem statement may vary from size. Sometimes, let me tell you what happened with me when I started with competitive programming. I used to see a page long question, okay, page long problem statement. I used to think that okay, how will I able to solve these questions? how will I be able to solve these questions, and I used to leave those questions. But the longer the problem statement, the, longer the problem statement, better it is. Okay, because it will clear your every doubt. It will it will make you it will tell you almost how the program is completely working about. Okay, shorter problem statements tends to be more confusing, and their chances are that you will get stuck with the shorter ones only. Then there are inputs, example outputs, constraints, time limit. Time limit is basically very is one of the most important things for every competition. So because the main aspect of using data structures and algo is to optimize your code so that it don't exceed a particular time limit and space complex and space limit. Okay, because those codes are going to go for production. If you are not able to not able to scale those codes, if they are those codes are not able to behave properly when used by larger number of people, then it's of no use. So that's why we study data structure and algorithms. Okay, so time limit is 1 second. So for example, how time limit is so important is, you guys I would like to take an example of a problem. So for example, Fibonacci series number. Okay, if you solve that problem with recursion and feed an input of 50, it will take you ages to print. Okay, and if you solve that similar problem with dynamic programming, it will give you an answer in less than 1 second or 1 second approximately. I don't remember the exact time how much it takes. So you can say that and that's why time complexity is important, and that's where a difference comes. Okay, that's where a difference comes between a good programmer and a great programmer. What does a good programmer do is basically they solve a problem and they develop the product. That's it. It's That's their job. What does a great programmer do is they solve the problem with best possible efficiency, because that code has to go for production. If that code gets if that code can't be scaled up, if there are cracks in that code, then you will lose your job, to be honest. And develop product which can be scaled. So yeah, and what you expect from those judges after you submit your response is AC, going all green, I say. And it is one of the best feelings in the world. If you get an AC in a contest, you feel like I am the king of this world type of feeling. You will have this type, I am the king of this world type of feeling. Okay, and WA, that is all test cases or some test cases wrong. Some contests have partial points, where if your some test cases are correct, you will get some point. Okay, and next is time limit exceeded, which is because of the time limit which we get of 1 second approximately, and different errors like compilation error, runtime error, segmentation fault, and so on. Okay. So okay, if I may show you, I can show you how code process actually looks like. Yeah. Okay, there might be some contest, I guess. Okay. It is very common that Codeforce's site crashes, and it crashed today. So if you can see it yourself after the session. Okay, some of the most prestigious contests around the globe is ACM ICPC. Okay, so what is ACM ICPC? It is basically the Olympics for programming. It is one of the biggest event for any competitive programmers, and it is a team-based competition. Like it contains a team of three people, candidates with one extra reserve player, and a mentor. it comprises of first an online round where you get shortlisted for different regions, where you get invited, after which you get invited for different regions like Amrita, Puri, Gwalior, Kanpur, Kharagpur regions. Okay, and ACM ICPC is a big deal for any competitive programmer. If you are able to crack these competitions, then I will tell you how what happens later. So next is Facebook Hacker Cup. Facebook Hacker Cup is an annual competition organized by Facebook, as the name suggests. It is an individual participation contest. First round is an online qualification round, and after that, it proceeds like that. And next is Google Kickstart, Codejam, and Hashcode. First two requires individual participation, and latter one is a team based. Okay, so that what I like personally about Kickstart is every round is an individual round where it doesn't matter how you perform previously, or have you participated in previous rounds or not. You can participate in any round. You will get an rank independent of the previous performances. So it is one of the great way to start. And it is since every round has a gap of almost 1 or 1.5 months. So even if you are starting from very basic, you can eventually learn things in the gap which you get, and you can perform better. Next one is Codejam. Codejam is really popular among people, competitive programmers. Even if those who are doing jobs or are well settled in life, so-called well settled term, so they participate in these contests. And next is Hashcode. So Hashcode is a team-based competition. Let me tell you a story. Okay, in January this year, I first participated in the Hashcode, Google's Hashcode. I will not say I performed good. I got a rank of 400 from the bottom, so it was really bad. From there, my journey started. So you can say that Hashcode was the turning point in my life that made me that interest, from where I started my competitive programming journey. And okay, so what happens is Hashcode was you first give an online qualification round, or you can go to your nearest hub. KIIT is also a hub for Hashcode. You can go to your nearest hub where you can participate with your teammates, and if you get selected, you go to finals for Ireland, Dublin, which Ireland, which is also, you can say, as a mini vacation. Okay, so it's an meme. I have a brother. I have an army. I have a brother who is in ACM ICPC World Finals. So it is really a big deal. It is really a big deal. So what you can do is you should participate in these competitions. It will give you an achievement to boast in these contests, boast in your resume or CV. So why participate in these contests? Google, Facebook, and uses these contests to hire one of the best coders. Mentioning your great competitive programming achievements gives you an edge over other peers. Yes, actually, what happens is, to all development people will know that technology always changes. Every year a new framework comes, or an update comes over the previous one. So you keep on learning, you keep on switching technologies or learning new stuffs every time. But problem solving skill is not irreplaceable. Okay, you so these companies, like the biggest product based companies like Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Netflix, Google, or FANG in short, these companies look for the best problem solvers, because they know that if he or she is a good problem solver, then eventually he can learn any technology, any framework, or anything like anything. So they look for problem solvers. Okay, you will be recognized by others, and recruiter may contact you from his side. So yeah, it happens. What happened with me was I applied for Google in the month of February for their step internship program, which is meant for second year. I applied it for that. I got shortlisted for a coding round, and I got rejected also. Okay, so after that, I shared my whole journey in how I practiced in lead code and other competitive programming sites, how I solved hundreds of problems in 20-30 days. I mentioned everything and how it was an exciting experience. And what was the byproduct of that post was, and all that thing was that I got 50,000 almost viewership for that post, 700 likes in my LinkedIn post, and few recruiters contacted me from his side. Step internship, yeah, it's a step internship. No, sorry, not STEM. It is step internship, STEP. Okay, so someone was saying that it is STEM internship, but it is step internship. Is another program. It is for both. It is not gender biased. Okay, so most importantly, it is fun, and some on-site contests might give you a good vacation in some foreign countries. As I told, the finals of Google Hash Code happens every year in Dublin, Ireland. You go there, participate, and after that you enjoy your vacation in a 5-star or 7-star hotel, which is being paid by Google. You go there by flight, which is also paid by Google. You return from flight through flight, which is also paid through Google. So it will be an experience, and so yeah, and you will enjoy those on-site contests. You will meet lots of coders who are so much better than you. You will think that how am I even here? I don't belong here. Okay, so yeah. So how to improve your performance in coding? I use C++ as my primary language for competitive programming. So what C++ has is a thing called macros, where you can shorten your code, shorten your code from, for example, if you want to take a input variable of long int type, and it is being used so many times, then what you can do is you can make a macro out of it, like ll. In the right, it's my template which I use very frequently, almost in every program, even if it is a hello world one. So these macros, this template helps you write code faster because it will save your time. Okay, so I would suggest that create your own macro, however comfortable you are with it. So next one is write a function wherever possible to avoid repetitions. So write a function wherever possible to avoid repetitions, because some codes are really big where you will be needed to use some kind of algorithm twice or thrice. So you can't write every time. You can't write algorithm every time. So you can create a function. You can call it every time. So it is. So it will be helpful. Okay. So write your own test cases and edge cases. It will have. So write your own test cases and edge cases. Oh, sorry, my network, there is some network issues. Okay, so yeah, so write your own test cases and edge cases, so that it will be helpful. Write a pseudocode on paper. It's really important, and don't panic and enjoy the brainstorming. Okay, so yeah, those contests are really helpful. So I hope that it will. So you will learn a lot of things, you will brainstorm a lot. It will be an exciting experience because you will all the adrenaline which you will learn or will be released, and it will be so much fun. What is the importance of pseudocode is that this is the importance. For example, you are preparing for an interview after 4 months. You wrote a course 4 months back, and what will happen is you will not understand a single bit of single line of your code, because you may have forgotten about everything, as it is like it. So when it's so what happened with me was, like in previous contests, I was solving a question and then I was not able to understand your code. I was not able to understand my own code. Okay, after a day. So that's it used to happen with me in starting. Now I sometimes write pseudo codes for my code or for tough problems so that I don't forget what I was thinking about or something like that. So I hope if you have some question, you can ask me now. I would like to take those questions. Yeah, and one more thing is tools for one of the most popular tools for any competent programmer is topstock.com. It's open source. It's totally free. Okay, so what this site does is that you get you can fetch data from all your from different competitive programming sites, and you can learn these things. You can see how you are progressing. Okay, basically like how many problems you have solved in HackerRank, HackerEarth, how many questions you have solved in a particular topic, and so on. It also keeps track of your data. Like in this one, it is all the push contests I have participated in. But the problem was that on that day when I took the screenshot, Code Forces was facing some trouble. So yeah, so Code Forces data were not fetched properly. So yeah, if you have any questions now, you can ask me. I will be happy to answer you guys. If you have any questions. Uh, Okay, Java is an exciting language. It's very similar to C++. I have never I have used Java when I started for few days, because but I shifted to C++ because I found it more simpler to start to go with competitive programming. Because what happens is some sites, not all, but some sites have same time limit for every language, but Java or Python is, or any other language, is slower as compared to C++. Okay, so not every site has this, but some few sites have this problem. So what you face is time limit exceeded many times in other languages, other languages. Okay, so yeah, so you can go with Java. It is the second most popular language for competitive programming after C++. But if you know C++, I would suggest you to start with C++. Okay, and if you like Java personally, you should go with Java. Next question is, and for editorial part, don't worry. Almost every editorial is being written in both C++ and Java. Sometimes in Python also, but mostly every editorial is being written in C++ or Java. Okay, yeah, clearly shows with Java because of the time limit issue of different sites. Next question is LeetCode good? Yes, LeetCode is excellent site to practice, but only downside I think of LeetCode is that it charges you to access company-wise questions. Okay, so other resources for other substitute for LeetCode is Geeks for Geeks and InterviewBit. You can choose any of them. They have this. They have sorted their questions company-wise, and they are not charging extra penny from you. But I have used LeetCode for 15 days and it was amazing. Okay, next is solving questions in stipulated time is far better than taking a problem and wasting a day on it. I will not say that wasting a day, it is wasting a day, uh, because it is I will not say it is wasting a day, because you will be learning something new. So it's not a waste of day to spend your time in a single problem. But if you are in a live contest, I will suggest you to skip that question and move to a next one which you can solve. And after the contest is over, you should see the editorial of that question and learn about that algorithm and so on. Okay, okay. So, is there any dedicated coding group in KIIT? If yes, which one and how to join it? I don't know if there is any dedicated competitive coding group in KIIT or not. But if you guys want, I will make one. We will conduct regular contests in these in these groups. Okay. How is interview bit? Interview bit is amazing. You should, if you are thinking to start for interview preparation, you can go for lead code, interview bit, or gigs for gigs. What are your views on Telegram groups and plagiarism in competitive coding? Yeah, but after July challenge, there was a in Codechef you can see there was a blog written on how people were cheating through Telegram groups and how answer was being shared. Even what happened with me was, let me tell you, like in the seventh day, I was in top 500 or 600 in a contest. Okay, in ninth day, I was trying to solve the seventh question of July challenge. I was trying to solve it. I was not able to get the success. So yeah, so what happened was I solved that question partially, which boosted my rank, but it got carried back because of those last minute submissions, which I was saying that a guy submitted the complete all the 7 8 problems in a time span of 10 minutes. Like I was like, okay, you solved, how is that even possible? I was talking to my friends, like this happened. So, do you think pragmas are good way to solve TRLE? I really don't know, but I don't know. But I would like to learn more about those things. So, what's your journey of being a four-star coder? So, what happened was I started my competitive programming school contest journey in. Okay, there was a solution on YouTube too. Okay, I was not aware about that. It is a new thing I've heard. So okay. Okay, so my journey for four-star coder was I started on this from December long challenge. In first contest, I was not able to solve the second question correctly. Almost spent my 7 days to solve that second question. Means the beginner level was. So yeah, so it started from there. After that, one more contest, I faced a rank drop in Codechef. But before that, I participated in a few other contests, which I told you the way, like the Hackarat Hackarat circuit challenges, sorry, and Hackarat easy challenges, and like those contests, which helped me boost my confidence. And since I was plan. Since I was practicing my daily, like you can see in this slide, by the day I clicked, took the screenshot of this my profile. I solved almost 331 problems. Okay, so it is almost 355 approximately right now. So 350, 355, and yeah. So these things help me to learn. Okay. Yeah, and after that, the next Codechef challenge, I improved tremendously. Long challenge, I improved tremendously because of this thing. Yeah, I will not promote any tuition type of thing, but I took classes. I paid for it. It helped me improve. So yeah, from if you can do yourself, it's super awesome. But if you cannot, you can take those classes. I will not take the names of any coach, any classes like that. Are you planning to for GSOC? I don't know. I think I will. It's there is still time for GSOC next year, but I will. Can I reach how to increase the stars? Start in Codechef with 2 star and not allowed to give contest Division 1. Yeah, you can't give contest in Division 1 because Division 1 requires a rating of 1800 plus. Okay, so start with Division 2, solve those questions, improve your rank. Eventually it will improve. It will take time, but it will improve. Okay, so yeah, can I reach 4 star if I still do not have good knowledge of graphs and trees? And it depends on that contest. Some contests ask questions. Almost every contest have a graph or tree question, I would suggest that start practicing graph and trees regularly, because those are very important topic. Like you can start with DP, graph, trees. These topics are really important for any competitive programmer to master. What you can do is solve these questions from different sites like Codechef, Codeforces. You can tag, you can shortlist these questions based on graph or trees. Solve 30-40 questions. Eventually, you will improve and you will learn about these things. And these things are not only important for any competitive coding, but also for interview. So I would suggest that you should start with start studying these topics. And even I am not great at these topics. I also sometimes get wrong, sometimes or not mostly. I'm not also able to master these topics, but yeah, I will I'm also learning. You should also learn these topics. These are really important. Whenever you think forming a group, just let me know by LinkedIn or FB. Yeah, sure, Ravi. Yeah, let's make a complete platform for KIIT. Yeah, we will think. I will think about it. Can coding and development can be managed together? Good question. Yeah, it can be if you are really if you really like computer science, computer programming and coding as a whole. So yeah, as a whole, you should we can anybody can do. Even I was doing it. I am also doing it. Like I am doing web development sometimes, but as a hobby. And it yeah, you can do coding and development side by side too. How about A2OJ? A2OJ is a great. A2OJ ladders is good. A2OJ ladders have rating types of things. They are distributed question based on your rating. So you will start practicing A2OJ questions. It will eventually help you start. Okay, so it will help you start with code forces questions. And but I will suggest that start solving questions by categories. Like if you are weak in trees or graphs, you should start with those. Yeah. So Ellie, सो अपूर्व सर वेब डेवलपमेंट कैसे स्टार्ट करें जो मैं से पूछ रहा हूँ खुद एक्सपर्ट है ओके स्टिल so web development you can start from there. A couple of free resources like Coursera, free code camp, yeah, what is the and many other sites. Okay, so you can start from those sites like Odin's project. The Odin's project, I guess it is named as. Where did you learn DP from? Yeah, as I told that I took classes for competitive programming. There are a few companies which which have these type of courses where they teach you from very scratch, and eventually these topics are learned really easily from these okay, from these coaching types of things. कोडिंग करके जॉब लग जाती है क्या? हाँ भैया लग जाती है. Okay, so dynamic programming. Yeah, I told you dynamic programming is one of the toughest thing to do, one of the toughest topics. So I would suggest that start practicing dynamic programming. The only prerequisite for dynamic programming is you should have a strong base from recursion and backtracking, because dynamic programming is basically recursing a solution and storing the values which have been previously called. I am not a great teacher, but you got the basic gist, like right. So yeah, so dynamic programming, solve 30-40 questions. Eventually you will get good at these topics and you will love it. Okay. सर बताओ ना जॉब कैसे, कोडिंग जॉब कैसे लग जाएगी क्या? Yeah, you will get placed. Aditya, you are in Triple IT Allahabad. You will get placed. I know you. You are a great coder. He is also a 4-star coder actually. He's my friend. He's just messing around. Okay, any more questions? During these COVID times, is competitive coding enough? I don't know actually, because I am also a student, so I don't know how it will affect. So I will suggest that keep build few projects, basic projects, 2-3 basic projects. There is a guy. Okay, there is a guy named Strivers_79. He is also a competitive programmer. He has a YouTube channel too. He also said in an interview that competitive programming helped him crack interview, and he built few projects, just basic ones like shortest parts type projects, something like those. And he got job in Direct and Amazon. He got offer from those companies, and he was from a tier 3 college. So yeah, I think it is good. It is enough. But if you want, you can build few projects on if in any domain you like. I will not do it. So okay. So any more questions? Do you follow any competitive programmer? Yeah, I follow. There is a competitive programmer named William Lin. William Lin, Striver 79, Rachit Jain, and few others. These guys are great. Enrichito something. Enrichito. I don't pronounce, can't pronounce his name. Let us forward channel of Striver is highly recommended. Yeah, Striver channel is really good. You should check out. You should all check out. भैया अपना नंबर दीजिएगा, दे देंगे. Okay, but भैया मत बोलो. I am also in second year. Okay. So how many do you solve daily? I try to solve 3 questions, 4 questions, depending upon the day, uh, how is I'm feeling on that day. Sometimes I solve one question in a whole day because I'm not feeling it. Yeah, and it's two. Okay, yeah. So सर आप कितने घंटे पढ़ते हैं रोज? कभी गिना नहीं है, but it is 2 hours or 3 hours. Yeah, William Lane is God level. Exactly. So okay. भैया अभी के लिए ना, बाकी बात करने के बाद देखा जाएगा. Okay. पर नहीं होता है. Okay, sorry. Any more questions? Sir, can you teach me development? Sir, you are better than me in development. Okay, I know you. So stop these things. But if any beginner wants to learn development, I can guide him. No, bhaiya, no Pulkit. I didn't went to in third year right now. I'm in second year. I just went to second year. So most probably I am in your class. If you are in 96, let me know. Anything more? Sir, please come to WhatsApp. Okay. Any more questions? Any more questions? CP. Everybody is a noob at CP Science. I was also a noob. You know me when I started. So yeah. So you know the drill. I have said everything to you personally. I will guide you. Okay. Most का कितना टाइम लगता है? It depends how many questions. How was your rank? No, I'm not doing any internship. William Lin is the winner of Kickstart. Yeah, he's the winner of the Kickstart. Okay, please. If I will I will do a startup. I will surely hire you, Samskar. करूँगा तो कितना मिलेगा? I don't know कितना मिलेगा, but मिल जाएगा. Facebook Hacker Cup. Yeah, Facebook Hacker Cup is an online contest, happens every year, organized by Facebook. So you can participate in these contests. Registration is still open, I guess. You should check out. First one is a online coding round for qualifying for further rounds. Okay, so you should definitely take part in these contests. विक्रा किया है क्या? I qualified the online qualification round for Codechef but couldn't do it after that. Any more questions? If you guys don't have